I am back with some more Mono Black and Best of One, and it was mostly due to the card Toshiro, the Life of Toshiro, that has seen play a lot more recently in Mono Black decks. And it's a card that I have not used a single time in Standard so far, so I figured why not give it a try, see how it works, and it has performed very, very well. I think this card is a perfect fit for Mono Black. It adds some controlling elements, some life gain, and some additional mana when you get the Chapter 3, the creature. You can pay 1 life, tap the creature, and it adds 1 black. You can only spend that mana to cast an instant or sorcery. So it allows you to cast Invoke Despair more consistently, and that is very relevant in my opinion, because you could potentially get Toshiro on 2, and then Invoke Despair guaranteed on turn 5 as long as you have 4 mana. So essentially it can allow you to potentially miss your 5th land, but still keep curving out the powerful spells that Mono Black has to offer. Specifically Invoke Despair, I guess, because you will be trying to curve out one of your powerful 4-drop creatures, and you obviously want to follow that up with either Command or Invoke. Now, the one thing I'm playing that might be a little bit different from other lists is Mirex. Some play Foundry. I found that Blue-White Control and Control decks in general, and Mono-White, are seeing some play in Best of One, especially in Plat, and that is a deck that those decks require something different than simply attacking with one creature. You're going to need to repeatedly add some board presence, and Mirex allows you to do that. And it's especially good when you are flooding, and Foundry might not be able to attack, but at least you've got a way to use your mana that will potentially impact the board over the course of a few turns. Because you can just spend 4 and then make a token and keep doing that, and eventually maybe you can finish them off with like that 1 point of damage that you're missing, because this deck has a ton of reach. Usually you're struggling to close out. Usually if you're going to lose, your opponent is pretty low and you really need to finish them off with something. So if you're flooding, your opponent will slowly take over. While if you have Mirex, at least you can keep up some board presence and maybe stop them from attacking a few times out of fear of you attacking back with Mirex. With the Mirex tokens, I mean the mites. But yeah, this is very straightforward. I know you've seen this deck a lot. I still enjoy it. I feel like it's fine as long as you're not facing Atraxa. I think the deck has good matchup into pretty much everything, so that's good. And yeah, I will leave you with the matches. I guess we'll try it out. Ooh, cool. First impressions, pretty cool. Cards is pretty sick. This card's pretty good in this matchup too. Oh, that's annoying. I feel like I have a really good matchup at Soldiers. Yeah, on average. Yeah. Well, that's kind of annoying. I want to go tonight, but that would hurt my development quite a bit. And also I'd lose some damage too, so... I don't know if Archfiend is actually a good card or not. What we can do is wait and see. All we can do is wait and see. I think the Archfiend could potentially not be enough here, and I just lose the game to it. I'll have to find out in a bit here. At least I've got 2 potential Archfiends going. It's creating quite a bit of pressure. Alright, they're going in. Good for me. Makes sense that they have to go in here. So they could deal with both or trade the Archfiend for it, but then I can't trade the Frontliner. But I also want to catch one of these in the graveyard. I would have to trade for Thalia too. Is that even worth it? Losing an Archfiend I think is worse than trading here. Yeah, it has to be this. I just keep one. I have 2 Archfiends swinging. Won't be able to interact with that, but that procs for 4 damage. Oh goodness. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies. Oh damn. Well, I have 1 more turn and then this is gonna kill me. Fortunately, the double stacked veteran stops this from being useful, but they are at 1 and they are dead. Alright, Archfiend. Alright, I see you. I feel like this deck might want 4 Grove for the Throat and 1 less cut down. The reason for that is at some point, if creatures get out of range of cut down, it could be a little bit troublesome. Alright. Just blue-white control, that's not good. Very bad matchup. I do have 2 Murex though, which is going to be a relatively interesting situation. Get +2 damage here. I doubt they have removal on 3 specifically. Yeah. I don't want to play into a sweeper either. But I probably could have played into sweeper there. This matchup is just very bad unless I find invokes. Yeah. And maybe I was supposed to force the shield red last turn. I don't know. Trying to set this up after they do stuff. Yeah. Damn. Like in this situation. Alright, this game is pretty much over, but yeah, this matchup is terrible. I had to hit Bankbuster on turn 2 to have a chance, I think. Although if they don't have card draw, there's a small possibility that I come back. Don't really see a reason to touch my graveyard yet. I mean, technically that's not too bad as long as they don't have Scrutiny or Deluge. I've played this deck a little bit. With the last 2 cards in hand, it's possible that they just have interaction here and they don't have card draw. It's the main way they win this. That's a good draw. I wonder if I actually cast that though. I think I will hit my graveyard here while I have the opportunity. Yep, that's totally fine.
Feel the energy of battle, then guiding.
So they discard their last card, then I get this down. Yep, this is a classic situation with blue-white where you just don't have card draw. And now if I draw a creature, I have lethal with bank. No, I don't. Okay, never mind. They gain life, yeah. Reasonable spot. Saving this for the White Sun as a sweeper. Weird situation, but I feel like I have to attempt an attack. Gotta kill them before it's too late. Before they can pop the blast zone. Trying to win next turn essentially. This is not going to be very useful at this point. Since I was going for the race, I exiled 2 things from my graveyard. Last card. White Sun. It's a possibility. Wouldn't be the worst thing ever, I guess. Okay. Well, I guess the command would have been useless either way. Tricky situation though. Stuck not doing much here. Field Red, Flesh Gorger, Invoke Despair, Life of Toshiro, Bankbuster. But yeah, with double Mrex, this could get out of hand very quickly. They can pop that too. That's really annoying. But I can get it back, so we have a small chance. Although I can't get it back and cast it immediately. A little bit unfortunate. Gives them 2 more draws, essentially. That could be a problem. Last one doing work. I still have Mirex mana up. That's pretty good. It's funny because technically they misplayed with the farewell, where they could have kept their mind splices as long if they just popped the. Well, no, actually they couldn't pop it. Never mind, they had no choice. Oh. Still unlucky. Exactly negate. Syncopate would not have worked, so they needed hard counter. Okay. That. Probably better to play the smaller one to play around Syncopate so they can't activate as well. Ah. Okay, I just need Invoke or Shield Red or Command or Murex. Where are my Murexes? I think I might play 3 Murex, I'm gonna be honest. Is there a reason not to play 3 Murex? Probably not. It would help me so much in this situation. Okay, do they have it? This time they actually need a hard counter, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay. Mind Splice showing its weaknesses. Whoa, 2-lander with 2 5-drops and a 4-drop? Yeah, that's probably not happening. Sure. Ooh, Jun, not great, I think. I think it's just a good matchup for them. Oh no, it's just a fight? Actually, this is a good matchup for them too, so... But they didn't have early game, so maybe I can turn this around. That's a really good matchup for them. Don't really have much to deal with Glissa and Phyrexian or Obliterator. The only good thing is that they can't block. Which is okay. It's fine, that's one less fight spell.
Potato chip and eat it.
And I also have to take 3, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm going for the race in this matchup. That's all that matters. I don't know why they did this pre-combat. I mean, they can remove these counters. So it actually does not matter. I'm not drawing with this anyways. It's actually worse for me if they draw. I'm using this as a body at this point. A haste creature, essentially. If I had Lily in this deck, it would be a lot better. But I do not. Yeah. So they need Invoke because they don't have spot removal, so... Unfortunate. At least they get to hit their Glissa. Oh, they didn't attack. That's fantastic. Could have been dangerous if they did. Now I'm in a good spot. Now I'm in a really good spot. Not really afraid of much. This works out really well for me. They go extremely low. Next turn I have Shield Red. I can also kill that, so I can always get the exile off. Ah. That's a little bit annoying. Yeah. Actually, they're still dead, right? Because mine procs first. Still get rid of that, I guess. I don't know if there's a reason to play this. Not really. Alright, they're dead. Cool. Nice. Mono red, that's perfect. This is the matchup I want to hit. Now the question is, can I find the cards that are actually good in this matchup? Or are they gonna hit the nuts? Okay, good. They did not hit the complete nuts, so playing a 3-3 here. So I'm in a decent position. Not the best position, but we're holding on. I'm not gonna play this because if they play a big creature here, I'm gonna have to kill it. It's gonna be huge. Eventually, yep. 3-3. That's gotta go. Alright, I need to survive one more turn with a land. Otherwise we lose, probably. I don't know if this deck needs one more land or not. I am on the draw. I shouldn't be like this screwed. Please. Just very unlucky. And I drew a 4-drop. That sucks. I think Nightbot is dead. Yeah, it's gone. It's not here. Okay. I don't get mana screwed again. I'm on the draw again. So, shouldn't happen, but I don't feel like adding a 26th land would make that much of a difference, though. I'm scared of flooding, too. It's pretty ridiculous that I have to dig that far for a third land. And they hit Forge on 3, which is going to be a problem. I really got to hit something here. Okay, good. It's probably just got to be a Bankbuster draw every turn. Yeah, I might add another land. I just don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. Ow. Oh, at least I'll take infinite damage when I do get this down. Unless they can kill it, of course. Hope they can't. Can lifelink as well, so we're relatively healthy in this position. Technically, if my Archfiend actually lives. Which is most definitely not going to live. Well, at least they have to draw a card here, so I will be getting the wedding announcement and the thing, but it's not a great situation to be in. Unfortunate. This is not a good matchup, but it's not really a deck that should exist in this metagame against mono red and soldiers, but a little bit unlucky that they hit it on turn 3. I can still try to lifelink my way back into this. Should attack, because I'm gonna crew with this, since they're probably getting rid of it. I can buy myself a little bit of time with Go for the Throat. Ugh. Honestly, this game's doomed. Terrible matchup, holy moly. Okay. Maybe the extra land matters here. We'll see. Blue-white control again. Unfortunate, really. Seems to be a lot of blue-white control, but I have 3 Murex now, and that's really good against blue-white control. Oh, it's just soldiers, okay. Don't know what handoff is. Okay. Thalia. It's kind of annoying. It does make my turn pretty awkward, but I'm probably just not going to develop this. Ooh. There you have it. If I hit soldiers in mono red, this card is just the nuts. I'm gonna save this for the pump guy. I'm not that afraid of this. I'm more scared of something that would add some scaling to their board. Yeah, that counts. Oh, that most definitely counts. My goodness. At least I can get it. That would have been a problem. That was so many stats. And I don't really care about Harbin here. I use my mana efficiently. Maybe I don't play Trespasser and I just play Flesh Gorger because it is more damage. Like next turn the Menace adds a lot of damage, and they can't cast Bolt anyways, right? It's probably a mistake. I didn't really think about it. Could potentially cost me. Although here with this, I will be able to grab the second one. Might matter. Just gotta go in every turn. Funny how off curve this Toshiro made them play. Like they probably had that in hand earlier. I'm assuming they have to block something, right? Oh. If it's just that, I feel like they just lose the game, but yeah. Interesting blocks. I would not have done it like that, but that's a really huge trade for me. I think what I would have done is let this through and then double block on Flesh Gorger here and here. The menace is just too strong, yeah. I kind of like that Toshiro has decent top deck utility with menace. +2/+2. That card's pretty good. Wonder if it gets him out of trouble here. It might. Depending on what I draw. If I draw Invoke, it's over. If I draw Command, it's over. Well, any removal spell, it's probably over. Shield Red, probably over. Archfiend, over. Interesting. I don't even know why they buffed that. Shouldn't they buff this to make it 3/4? I'm so healthy, I don't really care about damage per se. Let's try to find a removal spell. Make my life a little easier. This is why I didn't want to add the 26th land, but getting mana screwed is so dangerous. They will be at 1 here unless they block 3 things. Assuming they would block here and then jump here. They go to 1. So they would have to trade here, yeah. And they're taking the trade on this, okay. So they get another token. I lose my Trespasser, they go to 1. I'm really healthy. I have multiple turns to draw Shield Red, multiple turns to draw an Archfiend. Gix's Command. Another Flesh Scourge, another Trespasser. I have 3 left. Toshiro would get rid of a blocker for me. Any removal spell would get rid of a blocker. Any creature would give me access to haste on Bankbuster, which would also be lethal. Yeah, at this point, they might as well swing. But that means I have a free swing as well. That should be enough, but just to be safe. Oh. Yeah, I should have played around the counter maybe, but I don't know why you would run the counter spell in best of 1. It's so risky. Maybe as a 1-of. Flash 2/2s? Sure. Okay. Honestly, that's not too bad. I wonder if I hold it. Probably not. That's why I should have... I mean, I have Mirexis in the deck, but... It seems like when I'm flooding, I'm just not seeing them, and that's... a little bit annoying. But we got there anyways. I wish there was an early cantrip to find lands in black. I don't have Foundry. Alright. I wouldn't say this is super crazy, but... Also, I'm kind of rethinking the second Gix's command. I'm starting to see less and less application. Like, against soldiers, it's not that good. Against mono red, it comes out a little bit late, but it should theoretically be useful. I'm on the draw against mono red. I feel like people keep saying this matchup is so easy, and then I just lost to it earlier, and I feel like I'm gonna... Never mind. Well, actually, I got mana screwed last time, so that was an outlier situation. I would have won the game, right? If I hit my shoulder there on that previous game. And combining this with Shield Red, with Flesh Gorger, with a 6/6 on turn 4, with the Trespasser, it has to be a good matchup. It's just annoying that you can still like lose relatively easily if they are on the play and have like Kumano into 1-drop Kumano into like Ace Creature. But this game is, yeah, it's kind of locked. So if they don't hit the nuts, it's definitely really good for me. Like this game is just over. Archfiend coming down next turn. Super fast clock. Plus Invoke coming down the turn after that, guaranteed thanks to the Toshiro mana. Lightning Strike. Yep. Question is, can they deal with this? Ooh. That's probably better to start with this because it's more of a wall. And I care more about this living than this. So presenting the first creature as a threat that is less powerful than this one, but they still have to remove it. Or I get 6 damage in. It's a good trade-off. Let's set this up the next turn. So I'm getting 8 damage. I don't think I can die here, so I'm just gonna swing it. I'm at 16. I have a blocker potentially, even though I don't want to use it, but it's available. That's not gonna do it. Thing is, if they had a slightly better hand, I would be way lower than this. I don't even like. I would have been forced to play Shielder the last turn, probably. Maybe. Good hand. I think 26 lands fits the deck relatively well. I'm happy with it. Poison. Oh no, I would not have. Oh no. That feels so bad. That is soul crushing. But I wonder, is it ever correct to not cast that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it is. So let's say what I could have done is, let's say I don't draw this. I would pass in case I drew this, then go for the throat, worst case scenario, then Bankbuster plus cut down the next turn. I don't know. Very interesting. Oh my god. The problem is if they put stats on this, I'm kind of screwed. This cost me so much. It cost me so much that I drew this and I ended up not. Yeah, so annoying. Okay. So in this situation, the only thing I can do is race because they have protection. So what I'm gonna do is just double pump this up. I could double minus, but they draw a card. That's not worth it. I just have to race here. Could crew, but I value the lifelink a little bit more. Although I guess it would technically be lethal. I did not do the math, yeah. It would have been 8 plus 8. Interesting. Probably better to Bankbuster, but this saves me so much life as well. Like gaining 7 there is a huge life swing. Oh, the life doesn't matter. Okay, well. It's unfortunate that I'm gonna be off here. Guess it wouldn't have worked out for me. This is better. Get some stats. Able to swing through. Next turn I can crew both. Okay. It's gonna be a close one for sure. I have 4 damage, pretty much guaranteed at this point. Yeah, this should have waited for the attack. Well, no, because then this has ward for 9, right? Or 7. There's no way they can do that. So the Flesh Gorger forced the response immediately, because otherwise it scales too high. Got 4 and 4, and I'm assuming they can't really interact with that one. Flash Gorge are really proving how good it really is here. The ward life is so relevant in this matchup. So they're untapping. I should wait. No, that gives hexproof. So should I answer that immediately? They probably have indestructible as well, so is that even worth it? I don't think it is. I think they... Oh no, they didn't have another safekeeping. But if they have another... It'd be such a waste of mana. I feel like playing the second Bankbuster and drawing could be more effective here. Or do I simply just draw first and see what happens? Okay, does that change anything? Kind of. And now I do want to try it. Okay, sure. Don't really need the second Bankbuster on the board, so trying it is not too bad. They're gonna interact with that. Ugh. That is really unfortunate. That's their only removal spell in the entire deck. I mean, I will have 2 attackers at least. But, yeah, this is not great. Sure. That's 1 blocker. That's not another blocker. Although they might have the untap spell. They need a counter spell though for this. Or yeah, they need a counter spell for this, which they might be playing, but can't really play around it. They have another one, that's good. So they either just straight up lose to this, or they have a counter. Okay, they don't have a counter, which means they need to deal with 3 creatures. March, I guess. They can march everything. They won't kill me next turn, though. There's one. So it's not March. That's a good sign. There's 2 life. Okay. So they are not dead. Well, no, they are still dead on board, but I'm assuming they have something else. Oh no, they draw. They wait. What happens? They drew, right? Yeah. Okay. If you enjoy my content and would like to see me keep making it, consider joining my Patreon, where you will gain access to a bunch of bonus videos, other types of content, and of course, depending on the tier, other services as well. Thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that have already subscribed. I appreciate you all very much. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.